Sanding is finished. So I got a nice classic shape, fits pretty well. Let me show you how it slides on. So as I said, I'm going for that thicker at the top part of the handle that will hold the blade, that hold the axe head in. So I think if I was to, once I've sanded it out a little bit better and bash it down to that black line, that looks like it'll hold it in pretty good. Got about 17 inches on a handle. So that feels pretty good, and if it is too big, we've got room to chop a few things down. But overall, we're definitely starting to see a full Tomahawk here. So what I'll do now is move to more hand sanding, and then just make sure I'm super careful up at this section. I want to smooth it off, but not make it too small where the Tomahawk might not fit correctly. So let's get to hand sanding. Sanding, excuse me. So I finished the hand sanding there. Took it down to about three 320 I think it was. Then I realized it's a Tomahawk, probably going to be used quite a bit, so there's no point going too smooth. You can see here, still got that little gap, so I'm hoping that we can just bash this down and it'll cover it. I guess I've got to decide if I cut first or bash it down first. I think I'll probably bash it down first. What I'm going to do now is, and we'll record it, is I'm going to just lightly burn the wood, give it a nice kind of grain effect and highlight the grain, and then it'll also just protect it a little bit. Then we'll put some linseed oil on it, get that soaked into the wood, and then I think we'll be ready for actually fitting the Tomahawk. So we'll start off, as I said, we'll lightly burn this, and look, you can really see, but that grain that's there, and hopefully it'll pop a little bit more, and then we'll put some oil on and just protect that wood. We're going to do a final sharpen just to the tip. It doesn't need to be crazy sharp just because it's a Tomahawk. But we'll do a light around the edges here just to give it a little bit better edge. So we're at the conclusion of the Tomahawk build. If you remember, we took a railroad spike, shown here. We forged it and put a slot down the front so we could get that high carbon steel in, and then made the eyelet. It started to look something like this. This was lessons learned Tomahawk that we then scrapped and went on to rebuild and redo. And then we also had our block of wood that was our for our handle. And all those resulted in today's final build. This is our final Tomahawk. So as you can see, I fitted it where I slid the handle, I slid it through the handle, so I went from the bottom of the handle all the way to the top. So it's locked in just by pressure of the actual handle itself. We polished up the axe shape and head there. And then we fitted, sanded down that block of wood to give us that eyelet shape to fit in the top of the Tomahawk. Then we just burned it slightly to give it a bit of colour, and then we put some linseed oil on it just to protect that wood as well. So this is the finished product. Fairly pleased with it. You can see a little bit where you put that high carbon steel in, so we definitely know where that line is, and then also put a little bit of decoration on just for practice more than anything else. So the next phase of this is, as we did with our scout knife, is the test. Now this is not going to be as sharp as the knife, so we're not going to do tomato slicing or paper cuts and things like that. But what we can do is, if you look behind me here, we've got some rabbits. Now we breed our rabbits for meat rabbits, so I'm thinking from a test what we could do with the Tomahawk is test it on this log down here. So we'll go out, set this up, and throw it into the log. We're not going to use our rabbits.
How much does that weigh?
500 pounds.
Exact?
No, it's 502.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we've come outside and we've set up that log that we talked about. So now we're going to see two things. First of all, can I even throw a tomahawk? This might take a couple of runs. And then the second piece is, will the tomahawk survive being thrown into a log and also survive missing a log or landing on its handle, etc. So we'll try that and see how it goes. I've never actually thrown a tomahawk before, so this will be a number of tries, I think, before we get it right.
I don't think that was that bad.
Get this. I kind of expected a guess, but this wood is maybe not the right kind of wood to make a tomahawk handle from. So you can see what happened is we hit the log with the wrong side of the tomahawk and it snapped it pretty cleanly. And when I look at the grain of this wood, maybe it's not the right kind of wood to use. It's a pretty solid break there. But overall, we'll make a new handle.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's just stick it in there and see if it works.
It definitely would have gone in.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Look how wiggly it is.
So do you think we should do another episode or call it this?
No, you're not giving up.
So we're going to redo the handle and then refilm it this weekend. We're definitely going to do this again until we get this right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I think, what was that, 4 shots or 5 shots? We hit the log badly. We got a break there. My fault. I should probably not pick scrap wood for $3 to make tomahawk handles. So we'll fix that and then we'll try it again. But in the meantime, obviously that's no good, and we'll try again next time. All right, day 2, first tomahawk throw. Some damage here. This handle's not going to be a keeper, but we're going to keep trying now. I think I might have got the hang of it. Putting my thumb on the top here, so let's try again and see if it was just beginner's, well, not beginner's luck, because we tried to, if it was just lucky. All right, let's go. And then now we have our new handle. So this is oak, and I think it probably should be hickory, but given this lockdown, it's difficult to get to the hardwood store that I need to get the right kind of lumber. So I managed to pick up some oak. So we'll try this out. It's a little bit smaller than the other one in length, but I think this is the right one. So there's two things I've done. I think first I've got the right kind of wood, or as close as we can get to a nice solid piece of wood here.